Hello, this is Philip and welcome to my channel for this new episode of KSP2 with the scripting mode Kontrol System 2 with Kerbolar System, system scaled 2.5 times, and with Where's My Crew Capsule and other mods like the mod Orbital Survey. With that, we are doing an orbital survey of the surface of Kerbin, and for now we are at 19%. At 25% we get some science points, and I think we will reach that today. In the last episode we sent a probe impacting the moon. Okay, so we get some science points too with that, and our scientists discovered that we can use larger boosters, and this is great because now we have a mission. We want to orbit the moon, and I'm going to do that mission with an orbital survey of the moon. So that means that I will send a probe around the moon, but on a polar orbit around the moon, so we can get the mission done and the orbital survey too, and we get some science with that. So let's go into VAB. I already have a rocket ready. This is a science rocket, so moon orbital 800 kilometers. Because for the orbital survey, for the size of the moon, we need to put that rocket at 800 kilometers, and I think I put another tank here, and maybe another one, because in my last test I didn't have enough Delta V. So let's do that. Okay, and that should be good. Okay, so save. So the number is not correct here, but it doesn't matter. Okay, save that. Let me clean the launchpad 1 and 2. Okay, and go. Okay, so let's open Kontrol System, the version 0.5.7.9. Let's open the boot file. So this is my new boot window. We can choose here the script. I can change the parameters here if I want. Okay, if I want to say okay 50, and then I can validate the parameters, and if I want to, and then I can't change them anymore. And if I want to change, I can say okay 45. I can click the back button, validate, and start the mission. So let's go. The script is really quite the same for at least for the until the circularization, okay, until the transfer to the moon. So here I want to log the title. Okay, for this I'm using my log file here, the mission logs library. Okay, this is to have at the end this kind of log files. If you want to know more about that, I made a video just to explain my script here, so you can look at this. And then I start here the gravity turn, okay, after the countdown. And so the gravity turn is going great. I want to reach an apparatus of 150 kilometers. Okay, this is not a really aggressive gravity turn. I could have lowered the starting velocity. Okay, so I started with a velocity of 45 meters per second, but I could have lowered that velocity, and the pitch angle also could be lower than 85. It doesn't matter. So then I use a new orientation function, is just to shortcut to orientate the ship facing vector. I want my facing vector to be in the same direction at the in this case the orbit normal vector. Okay, and then I want to transfer to body. Okay, so with that target, because here I set the target of my ship to man. Man is a variable I have created. Okay, it's a shortcut also. In my constants here, you have, okay, here man is a variable of type body, and you can use find body function from the 1202 language. Okay, and then I have a new function. This is the change inclination. I want to change the inclination of my next orbit, that means the orbit around the moon, and I want to change that at 90 degrees. And I want to do that during my transfer orbit, because it's cheaper in terms of delta V. Okay, so for that I change the inclination. Let me go to definition here. Okay, so here there's no problem. I like to have my periapsis about 900 kilometers, because if the periapsis is too small, your circularization maneuver will last longer. Okay, and the result won't be good. Okay, and you will use a lot of delta V. So it's better to use the delta V during the gravity turn here, but this is great. Okay, this set inclination next patch is a very simple function. There is no math, no physics behind that. It's just an algorithm. With a node, you have 3 parameters: prograde, the radial, and the normal. And you have 2 directions for each of these parameters. So I look at each of these 6 directions, and I change them with a delta change parameter here. Okay, so at the first, the delta change is equal to 5, then 1, and the default value is 0.1. Okay, so that means that I do that to increase with if I kept the delta change to 0.1, the algorithm will take a lot of time. This is why I have this. Okay, so I just change each of the parameters. I look at the value of the inclination of the next patch, and I keep the best value. That means that the value, the closest value from the 90 degrees I want. Okay, and this is it. And then I do this the same with the periapsis, because changing the inclination from your transfer orbit change your transition orbit, change the periapsis too, and sometimes the periapsis is negative. So that means that you are gonna crash the moon. To avoid that, I change the periapsis to 250 kilometers, but with a more simple function, or simpler function, more simple function. That means that I only change the normal direction. Okay, so this algorithm here is faster. Okay, so the orbit is quite great. Okay, and now we are starting to look at the moon, and we are going to execute the transfer maneuver, and then I can show you what does my inclination function. So I need about 1400 meters per second, so I need to use my last stage. And I hope the delta V remaining in the last stage will be enough to put my probe in orbit around the moon. The moon is here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that because of the light of the sun, but the moon is right here, waiting for us. Nice view of Kerbin here, of the mountains. Okay, let's go. You see, the algorithm changed the value here of the next patch. So the next patch is this one. Okay, so I'm looking at the inclination of the next patch, and it's going down because I don't know why, but it went too high. But now I want to reach 90 degrees with that margin value here. Okay, and you see, this is why I need then to change the periapsis. This is a small burn. I forgot to change the inclination of my ship here. It was just facing the sun, so the solar panel wasn't exposed correctly. This is okay. I changed the maneuver function to always keep the maneuver at least at 10 seconds. I don't want my maneuver to be too fast because with a small delta V, I want maneuver to last 10 seconds to be more precise. Okay, and now, hopefully, okay, so now the ship is changing its orientation. Okay, and now I'm changing the periapsis value here. Okay, so I want my periapsis to go to 2050 kilometers. This will take some time. Okay, the periapsis is raising here. And you see the problem? So the problem here, I want a margin of 1000 meters, and it is not okay. So let me stop that. Oh, okay. So I will stop the script manually. Sorry. But I have this burn of 30 meters per second here. So let me just change that. And I have to change this periapsis because the margin was too high here, so too low. So I should have set a margin to 5,000 meters, and it was enough because I don't want that periapsis. So it was silly. So let me. I have to comment those lines, okay, and then I have to say, okay, per node is the next it's the next maneuver node. No, next node, like this. Value. Okay. Okay, so let's do that. Reboot. And we can execute script. Okay, great. So now we can warp until we reach the moon's SOI. First, the craft here is it's very dark. Putting itself in that normal vector direction to keep the solar panels well exposed to the sun. The warp is automatic until we reach the moon. Okay, we reach moon's SOI, then we warp automatically to the periapsis, and we'll start to burn retrograde, okay, to lower the apoapsis, okay, to keep our orbit inside the moon's SOI. And once again, I have a problem here. No, okay. Whew. So we are above polar orbits. Okay, so we are orbiting the moon, so we successfully finished the mission. Now I'm going to the periapsis again, and I want to lower the apoapsis until 800 kilometer. Let me find. Okay, I can start here. For now, we are below the minimum altitude of 800 kilometers, but it doesn't matter because we will reach this apoapsis. For now, I can't automatically click on that button here. Okay, I can do that with a Kontrol System. Okay, so the apoapsis is great, and now we can circularize at the apoapsis. Okay, so I don't need a lot of delta V, so I have 400 delta V left. This is good. And you see that my orbit is here. We have a polar orbit. Unfortunately, it won't be always. See, sometimes I will be in the shadow, so I hope I have enough batteries, but it should be good. And as always, if the eccentricity of my orbit is greater than 0.0001, you see, okay, I'm doing another maneuver to have a better, more circular orbit. It's really it's not necessary here. I have less than 1 kilometer of difference between the apoapsis and the periapsis, but now that my script, my maneuver script is like this, I won't change that. But during this time, we already have 6% of the orbital survey done, and Kerbin it's at 27%, so we can grab some science here with Kerbin. Okay, I am launching a new satellite, this time in an equatorial orbit around the moon. Not exactly equatorial because the inclination won't be exactly 0, but we'll do that, and I show you then the results. And this is it for that craft. You see that the inclination is 89 degrees instead of 90. Wow, it's pretty good. We succeeded that mission, 120 points. This is great. Okay, this is good. And we have now a lot of new mission. We can land on the surface of the moon, so this will be for the next episode. Spacewalking, we can do that because we need to EVA while in Kerbin orbit, and for now we don't have enough science points to buy the capsule. The first dips, plant a flag. This won't be for now. And the perfect circle, we can do that. We can do circularization at 250 kilometers around Kerbin while we are going to the moon, because I want to send another relay satellite around the moon, so we can stop in a parking orbit here around Kerbin, so we can execute that function here. Okay. Okay, so this is the same rocket, just it is not the same script. Let's say that to be sure that I won't fail my gravity turn. Okay. And after that, I won't circularize at the apoapsis. I want to go directly to 250 kilometers because I have that mission here. Here I want to make a perfect circle. So this burn duration is not to circularize the orbit, but to reach 250 kilometers, and I hope that will be the case. I hope I will be in this range here between 240 and 47 and 252. Should be good. And now I can be above 250. It doesn't matter because the mission is not validated at the end of the maneuver. It can be validated during the maneuver. So if I want to raise my periapsis until 300 kilometers, for example, it will work because at some point my periapsis will be equal to the apoapsis. So at some point my orbit will be a circle. And mission accomplished. You see that? And before the end of the maneuver. Okay, so now we can go to the moon, and I won't change the inclination. Okay, in my script I wanted a apoapsis equal to 0.8 times the SOI radius. Okay, so this is about 3,500 kilometers. Okay, I didn't know the number, so this is why I just write 0.5 times the SOI radius. And I wanted that number to be okay, I wanted a very high orbit here. And at one moment, now that I have the large booster, I can try to set up a communication network in geostationary orbit. Okay, this is about because of I forgot to write a yield inside a while loop. When you get that message, this means that I have a while loop somewhere. Here, you see? Just because of that, my script crashed. Okay, so it didn't go to the end here of the script. So this means that my log mission here text won't be finished. So you see, I have the characteristic orbit. I don't have the end of the log. Doesn't matter. Okay, and now I just have to do that. I'm going to the tracking station, and I want to control my orbital survey 800 kilometers around Kerbin, because we know that okay, this is it. Where is it? Where's the craft? The craft disappeared. Okay, I don't know where the craft is, but we can transmit that data to gain 28.8. Yes, it is. Oh, okay. I needed to zoom a little more. Okay, so let me transmit that. So it will consume 1,000 units of electricity. Okay, and for now my craft is well exposed to the sun, so this won't be a problem. Let me warp a little. Because it takes a little more than 1 minute. Okay, so I've gained not 36 science points, but 28.8, but it is that. Orbital survey, so okay, we are 38%. At 50% we'll have science again, and let me... The moon, we already have 36% done above the moon, so this is great, because that means that I can go to the tracking station, and I can look at now so here the moon orbital survey 800 kilometers. I can go to, let me change those names too, and I am well exposed to the sun, so it is the moment to transmit science. I have communication with my craft here. Okay, 36%, that is good. And probably we'll reach 50% very quickly, because look at the mission time, 10 days, okay, 10 days to reach the moon. So this is why the orbital survey can be done very quickly. Okay, this is good, so more 28 points. I didn't see if it were 28 or more. Let's go to here, moon, 24 for the moon. This is strange. It is more, yes, because Kerbin is bigger than the moon. Maybe it's for that. Okay, so let's now go to the mission control. And perfect circle is done. Submit that. Continue. And next mission, it's eccentric. This is a very easy one to do also, because when I want to go to the moon, the transfer orbit is eccentric. So I just have to have a parking orbit of 200 kilometers, 250 for example, and then during my transfer to the moon, I will reach an happy between those numbers. So this will be very easy to do. In the same time I'm doing this mission, land at the surface of the moon. This will be a great mission to do with Cyrus Born and things like that. So I need miniaturized science. can research that. Orbital maneuvering, of course. I'm not using RCS for now, but the Terrier here will be great because it's only the mass is only 50 kilograms, so I can use that instead of this swivel. The swivel is great to as a core engine at the launch pad, but for the circularization it's great too, but you see the mass is 1.5 tons, quite 3 times the mass of the Terrier. So this is why the Terrier will be better in a high space, in a high not high space, a high atmosphere. So let me research that too. I can go to the lunar range rocketry for now. So that means I need to launch another rocket with the Science Junior, and I try to send the rocket to the moon and to I don't have the word, but I want that rocket to come back, the probe to come back to Kerbin, because Science Junior gives you data points, but also simple sample points, and to get the sample points you need to recover the vessel. Okay, so I will do that. I will find all the science from the moon with that Science Junior, and I want that rocket to go back. And for that, maybe I could have a use of this one, maybe not. They are not really necessary. They are great to do better probes, or better satellites, but they are not necessary. The same here. I don't think I will spend science to do for that, but for that, yes, because of that big coupler, we can put 2 engines. And for now, because I don't have a very powerful engine, the most powerful engine I have is the swivel, I think I can use this big coupler here, this big coupler. And I have the structure fuselage. That means that if I want, I can start to build real planes, but I don't want to. So let's have structural panels. It could be great, for example, to my solar panels to do something nicer. I don't know. Okay, let me research that, and I keep the rest for the lunar range rocketry to land a probe here. And the next step will be to crewed rocketry with that capsule and with that storage for food and oxygen, because I have a mod that needs my Kerbal needs food and oxygen, so I have to care about this if I want to put Kerbal in orbit. So this is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the series. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.